puts things in perspective for us about just being around different types of kids and people, and just seeing what the living situations that they come from, and just being that there was young kids, just letting them being able to hang out with us, just to see us from a different perspective as well, rather than just being in the helmet on the TV screen or what they see maybe at home. But now they get to see the other side of us, the fun kids, that like being around younger kids and helping impact them as well. So it was really great, to be a part of and be involved with. Coach Sweeney, like I said, he does a great job, allowing us to give back to the community as well.
Kelly, you've grown throughout the year. What would you say about your growth and, I guess, how you progressed through the season?
Through the season, coming in, I just felt like, the game was slowing down for me. It just felt like, throughout each week, the game continued to slow down for me. And, together as a team and as an offense, we felt we just got better each and every week. And we knew where we wanted to be, at the end of the season, but we just tried to keep that mindset of not looking ahead and just focusing on the task at hand. And so, and we look up and we're in the playoff and got a chance, to finish how we want to finish.
Does it completely hit you yet, Kelly, that you're 4 quarters away from another chance at a national championship, or does you kind of need to get a little bit more into next week before that?
I think, for me and also for the team, we know, like I said, we're 4 quarters away from being back in that same position. But, we got to make sure to be where we want to be, we got to take care of these 4 quarters that's coming up.
Kelly, what were the things you were picking up on these last 2 finals when you guys faced off against Alabama and your role that you think will help you now as you take the field?
I think, not just for this game in particular, but, just, looking back on last 2 years, just highlight how long a game is, just pretty much having to ride the highs and lows of a game and just continue to continue to play. It's going to be good and bad. Just how do you handle that adversity? And, that may kick in the game and just continue to stick together. Because last year we was down 14-0 first half. We weren't really clicking as an offense. Then boom, second half we came out, got in the rhythm. So just continue to keep playing as an offense and also as a team as well.
As a guy who wasn't, the starter last year, when you hear Dabo talk about attacking champion, not defending, it's a different deal. How much do you appreciate that? You're not taking that for granted. This is a new deal.
The coaches always, stressed us. This is a players' game. They're gonna leave it up to us to win the game. They're gonna put us in the best position possible. To make plays and to execute the calls. So, having to know that we got that trust in the coaches. Lead the game in our hands to go to make plays, to win the game. It's a really big confidence booster for us as a player, us as the players.
So your predecessor, Deshaun Watson, has been in this position the last 2 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
What have you learned from him, from watching him go through the process, and have you heard from him? Any advice he's given you so far?
I haven't talked to him yet, but I'm pretty sure, when closer to the game, we'll, communicate. But just sit back and just, witness it, how he, approached these 2 games, just how he prepared himself. Now we're not in school, so you don't have to worry about classes, anything going on, just the amount of hours and the amount of notes that he was taking in meetings and the amount of film he was watching, that's just, something that I just trying to instill in my game, but also at the same time, one thing with him, he didn't try to do too much, he didn't try to do too less, he continued to have that preparation, that same preparation that he had throughout the season. So just that mindset, mentally, being prepared, that's one of the biggest things that I've been trying to challenge myself, here with the game coming up.
Despite both sides having 2 great defenses the last couple of years, both games turned into shootouts. Do you anticipate that this could be another shootout type of game, or do you think it might be playing a little bit closer to the vest?
I mean, of course, as offense, you want to put up points, but like you said, they have a great defense. They don't make anything easy for any offense. So we're gonna have to go out there and earn, every yard, every first down, every score that we get. So, we're gonna have to come ready to play.
Talk about your offensive line and how they play and what kind of confidence that instills in you.
The offensive line, they're my guys, man. They don't really get a lot of credit, but they're a bunch of veteran guys. They've done all the dirty work for us. All the skilled guys out there. So I can't thank those guys enough. The bond and the communication that we all have with each other. It's been really neat to see. Having knowing that those guys have my back. To execute the calls. Give them the calls as well. And it's really been a blessing because you really don't really see that type of group, and also to be a part of it. So, I love those guys, and like I said, I just thank them.
Kelly, through the stress, the craziness of the schedule, the tough opponents you guys played, how much have you enjoyed the ride to get to this moment, to be on the first step of the playoffs?
I'm enjoying it. It just seems like yesterday, just getting out of spring ball, and that flew by. And it's off season, summer workouts, all those skills drills, that flew by. Then got camp. That was blink. I was getting ready to go in the first game, and then look up now. Here we are, getting ready for a college football playoff game. So each week, it's been its own story, for this team and myself. So, we're just gonna continue to have fun with it and make sure that we appreciate, being here and this opportunity.
As fast as it got, have there been moments where you can slow it down and soak it in a little bit too?
Yes, I think the biggest one after the ACC, I just had to just sit there and just soak it up because that doesn't happen, very often. Having a team like we have, they're going against all the odds, and just to do what we did so far, it's been really neat to see and be a part of.
For a guy who had to win the job in the spring from week 1 to now, how much has your game changed in the past year?
I think it's changed a lot. I think first and foremost, my confidence has gone up, throughout that course of time. And my teammates, the confidence in me to get the job done. I feel like, they rallied around and they've, boosted me as well. So that's one of the biggest things that I can take, that I feel like that's grown throughout the course of that time.
Talk about having fun and enjoying the process. What are you looking forward to most outside of football when you go down to New Orleans this week?
Food. I'm looking forward to trying some new food. Travis, being from Louisiana, he's always talked about how the food is different down there. So just want to, try and see what that's all about.
They're doing the signing day stuff today, kind of knowing what you know now, having gone, through recruiting and been on campus and seeing how all of this stuff works. Do you think that early signing day is a good idea? Is it something you, if you look back on when you were a recruit, would you have preferred this?
That's kind of tough. I think, yes, it's good to get a head start, but it's kind of 50-50 with me. I really enjoyed it, but at the same time, you only been in high school for 4 years. To graduate with your friends. The good thing here at Clemson, they let you come back and walk the stage. So that was one of the biggest things. I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure that I got to do because, like I said, you only get to be in high school, 4 years. So enjoy it, but I'm in between. I like that I came in, but at the same time, I kind of did miss, my buddies back at home. But the good thing was I wasn't so far away, that I couldn't just go back. So it kind of depends on the situation.
When we last talked to you, you talked about how you were the guy who was signaling things in for Alabama last year. How different is it going through the game plan, knowing now that you're the one executing those plans?
I know Coach Streeter. He does a great job with preparing us, as if the backups if you're going in to start. So, he did a great job, throughout the course of the years that making sure that we was up to date with everything that was in the game plan and we knew, what we all would be seeing on the game field. So, me, when I was sitting a caller, like I said, earlier, I was pretty much playing the game mentally in my head because I would get the calls, from up in the booth, and then so I sent it out to the guys, so I knew to play it before it snapped. So but now, like I said, in a different situation, where I'm actually out there on the field and I'm having to play the game physically and mentally. So, just gonna try to continue, to be the same. Just try not to press or anything. Just continue to take one play at a time for me.
Personnel is a little different than it was last year. Obviously, the stable of running backs and obviously you instead of Deshaun. How is the game plan the same? How is it different?
I don't think it's any different than it's been, all season. We're gonna continue to attack. Despite, like I said, we have a lot of people that left, last year, but we feel confident in what we got in that offensive room.
Kelly, mantra this season has been same dream, new team, but now that you're in the playoff, how much do y'all talk about what a rare opportunity you have to repeat? It's only been done 3 times since 1950. It's never been done in the playoff era, so that's a pretty cool incentive.
Yeah, we talk about it a little bit, but we got 4 quarters that that we have to take care of first before we can think about talking about that more in depth. But we know it's at stake, but we're trying to focus on Alabama because it's a challenge right there itself.
Kelly, how much personal satisfaction has it been this season? You had the battle, the starting quarterback, the criticism, followed up a very good quarterback, and some people were wondering how far off Clemson was going to drop. But here you are playing in the semifinal.
Like I said, I don't think many people expect us to be right here. I think some people are kind of upset because Clemson's right back where they was last 2 years. So it's been good. It's because like I said, a lot of people thought we would fall off, but we continue to work each and every day. We continue to have that mindset that we know what type of team we have. We know where we want to go, and we continue to remain complacent, not get too high, get too low. Throughout the course of the year.
And you had the experience last year on the sidelines. Does that translate at all this season? Like in ACC road games and everything. I mean, since you were used to the atmosphere, was it not as much pressure on you when you did take the field and taking snaps?
I think being that I've been in a lot of stadiums, that we have played throughout the course of the year, so I knew what to expect, from an outside standpoint. Having all the fans against you, and just having to witness, and sit there right there and watch Deshaun, how he carried himself, on the field, and how he carried himself on the sideline, communicating with all the quarterbacks and Coach Streeter as well. So I know how it looked. I just want to continue to do my job as like he did when he was here.
Making it to the playoff is obviously special at any point, but how special is it to you, being able to lead this team when you feel best quarterback?
I think for me, it's a blessing. Just being a kid that grew up in South Carolina, I was a little bit more of a Clemson fan, as I continued to grow. So, just to see, the team I grew up watching, the continue to have the success that it's had, prior years, and just to continue to keep it going, keep that trend going here at Clemson. So now I just want to make sure that I don't leave no regret. I had fun. I appreciate my opportunity, and I just want to finish on the right note.
Do you feel like you're living that dream that you just
I'm definitely living the dream each and every day.
Who this team had a chip on its shoulder as the way people thought you would kind of fall off or whatever last year?
Definitely. All season, everybody talked about what was gone, what left out of the offensive room, especially, and the guys that we had on defense and special teams, and that was kind of a slap in the face to us because we got pretty good guys, still here at Clemson that can get the job done. So, like I said, we just went back to work. We just took it for what it was, and looking up right where we want to be.
You're here now. You got to play Alabama for the third time. What do you think about the matchup? Your offense?
It's a great defense. That's not hard, recognize when you turn the tape on. They're right where they need to be, on film. They don't really make any critical or mental errors. So you got to earn everything you get when you play against Alabama. They're really physical, well coached. They have a really good scheme, over there. So we just got to continue to play. throughout, it's going to be a long game, so continue to stick together because there's going to be ups and downs in the game.
Do you think the reason that you've had so much success offensively against Alabama the last couple of years because you go against, such a similar defense every day in practice?
Definitely. Those guys on the other side of the ball in practice do a great job, of making us better. And, it's pretty much like iron sharpening iron, when we're on that practice field going against each other.
What's the best advice you've got about handling all this media crush and all? Who gave it to you?
I think Coach McCover, he talked about, now, being at where we are now, there's going to be a lot of media attention around you. He just said just continue to be yourself and don't let, anything that's happened so far change the person that you are. So that's one of the biggest things, that I've taken with stride and continue to have at the back of my head. Just continue to be that same person you were, prior to this season.
Y'all been kind of the underdog the last couple of years against Alabama, but this year most people are saying that you're the favorite. Is that kind of cool? How much pride do you take in that? Do you embrace that role?
Like you said, we've been underdog for a lot of years. Not just to Alabama and when we play Alabama, but that's just something we don't really pay attention to. We still gonna continue to focus on Clemson, but if people's picking us, that's cool, but that's not something we're going to focus on.
Just kind of what's your feeling about this game? Just, excitement? Is it, what's your feeling playing Alabama?
Oh, I'm excited. Not too many people, get this opportunity, to play for a chance of going to a national championship, yet alone play against Alabama. So it's surreal. Just trying to embrace, this moment. But at the same time, it's a job that got to be done. So you can't just, clock out, mentally. So I'm just continue to progress mentally, with this matchup coming up, just taking one day at a time.